I'm Brenda Bretón, and parents have asked me over and over throughout the years to share everything I'm doing with children and how I'm guiding parents and the results that we have. They wanted me to duplicate myself, and I've attempted to do it in many ways, and it didn't work. But duplicating myself and my skills into parents has been very successful. Parents love their children. They want them to succeed, and they'll do anything for them. It has never been in my mind for me to take a child, teach them, and not tell the parents what I'm doing. We need each other, not because we want to work together, but because we want to help each other. And not because we need help as adults. We need each other to help a child. It's not only for children with disabilities. That's been something I wanted to clarify. This is for all children. I want you to start teaching a child, because those are the ones that I'm after. I want them to receive and have the opportunity of everything that I've seen other children with the results I've seen. Children walk out doing everything on their own, learning and wanting to go to school because they know now what they're doing. Then I decided to start talking about things that I think were important for parents and teachers and therapists and anybody to know. Anybody that has a child in front of them. Because it's not one way, it's not one thing. I'm working with human beings, and human beings are so vulnerable and so flexible and so different. And I like that. That's what I like. But then it makes everything a little bit more complicated to explain, because it's not one thing fits everybody. My goal with all this, my lives, my programs, everything I'm doing, is to prevent children's failure and make sure they have a blast in kindergarten. You heard me well. I want this done before a child enters kindergarten. I do speech therapy and make sure children are done with their speech sounds before kindergarten, if at all possible. And I want to avoid unnecessary diagnosis. No, I need your help, parents. I need your help, adults. I need your help, therapists. I need everybody's help so that this can stop, because children shouldn't be diagnosed because of everything they're doing. We need to work with them. We need to discover who they are, and they need to know what their skills are. They need to become confident, and that's my goal. That those children that do need help are found early so that we can change their path, because I do change their path towards personal and educational success. It's both. In their life, they are going to be different. They are going to have executive functions for life, for academics, for social, for anything they want to seek in their life. I want to call your attention to the children, because they're presenting behaviors that we've never seen before. I honestly tell you, we did not see these behaviors when I started working with children. They didn't exist. Or I'm sharing strategies. Through these lives, I'm teaching you a little bit of strategies. In my programs, you'll have so many strategies, but how to say yes to everything. How do we say yes? Every time a child comes to me, I say, sure, yes. Anything they ask me, I say yes, but I tell them when. You need to listen to my live for that one. How to stop repeating instructions. Why are we repeating so much? I hear parents talking and children just going like, ah, and they block them, or they go away, or they throw things at them. I do see that. How to motivate a child through reinforcers instead of repeating and catering to what they're doing. Let's motivate them in a positive way. I'm giving you tools to reinforce children and motivate them, because they'll work for something that you have no clue. I had a kid that didn't want to do anything, and I just presented these little ants with a little mountain of dirt. It's a drawing. And he just saw that. He said, what do I have to do to get one of those ants? It's incredible how easy it is to help a child. How to recognize a child's cry and respond appropriately. Become that parent that the child can rely on, that parent that's guided, that knows strategies, that knows how to talk to children, that knows how to tell a teacher what their child is all about with confidence. That's all I want. I review the 5 agreements and have positive relationships with you and with your children. If we all understand that we better follow our word, if we say something, we better do it. If we're going to make an effort, let's put all that's in there. But if we're not sure about ourselves, how can we be reliable for children? How children follow confidence. Everybody tells me, you're so strict with kids. No, it's confidence. I know exactly what I can do to help him. To help him decide to learn what he needs to learn for life. I share my perceptions in regards to teaching children how to talk and listen before teaching letters, shapes, and numbers. We're all guided so hardly towards academics, and I'm not against it. If a child's ready, go for it. But children are not ready for that. Some have really good visual skills and they start doing it, and children start writing, but they have no clue what that is. They have no clue how to apply it. Yeah, it'll take them some years and they will do it. Of course they will. Maybe just at certain point, and then they stall. Why do they stall? Because they did it in a learning style that's not going to be able to be flexible. I make that so open and flexible that anything that comes their way, they know where to put it in the brain. So, before shapes, letters, and numbers, please teach a child to communicate what he needs, what he wants, how to do things. Teach them sequences, teach them rhythm. Help them have rhythm within themselves. Because my programs end up with all that. They end up with the shapes and the colors and the numbers and everything. You are going to have it, but there's so much before that. And how to structure a child's space and use it to motivate independence. If a child is independent, his confidence is boosted where you have no idea. Because it's their space, they know where everything is, they feel like there's somebody that knows what's going on. And if we bring new things, they are just all ears and eyes. I'm introducing the executive functions because I talk about them a lot, and so I'm introducing them slowly because they're intense. It's very complicated to explain because it has all these little skills inside of each one. So what I'm trying to do is simplify it. Simplify it for children so that you can teach them through my programs to use their executive functions. When parents ask me, how did you make my child do that? And I go, with the strategy that I just did, but honestly, it's his executive function that turned on. And I'm not sure where he put that or how he did that. I can't explain it because we all do it differently. Our brains are so different. But I do see that he's doing it. I do see the results of using executive functions. Now I can see it clearly, and I tell you in my videos, oh, he just did this because of this, or this is why I did this, because they're right in there. You might not become an expert like me, but you will be an expert on the child that's in front of you. Yes, I see parents now telling me, the ones that have gone through my programs, they do tell me, I know exactly what to do now, and I know exactly how to tell teachers, how to tell others what works for my child. As I'm explaining slowly how each one of my programs is coming out to be, because I go into advanced skills in each one of them, and then I go to specialized skills for children that are not having such a good time learning and they're having difficulties understanding these concepts. I have specialized ways of doing it. The children that I'm working with have had diagnosis. I am attempting to take it off. I am. Now, after doing this for so many years, you have this rhythm that's internal. And I want you to know that children have this, and you do too. As human beings, we have it. If you start something and you are consistent and you repeat it, suddenly you have this rhythm in you that needs to continue, and then you can extend all you want. And I know that doing the programs that I'm offering and following the steps is a challenge for you. I know it. But I'm here. Like, I want you to just get into the programs. Just start doing them. Find the rhythm and ask me questions. If you are not starting the programs on your own and just discovering what they are all about, how are you going to want a child to learn that skill of starting something and doing it? It's really hard. We have to model. Model is the strongest strategy we will ever have. This is how you start. You get on simplestepsforlearning.com, you open my website, you look for the programs. I start with 3. Listening to sounds, identifying these sounds, because it helps a child attend. And we need attention before anything else. If a child's not paying attention to us, there's no way we can teach them anything. So we do this listening program to start a system. The system that I do in all my programs. We start the daily routines because I want children to know what they're doing in their homes, in their schools. Yes, the program of the daily routines is geared to a home. You just change the pictures for school. That's all. I know teachers like this too, and it's being successful in the classrooms as well. And so if a child comes, that's why teachers call me, because they say, what did you do with this child? Because he changed a lot this year and I want to know what you did. And I tell them, and then they start doing the programs in their classrooms. So go for it. I'm here for you. And is that I want consultation to be more of, okay, I hit a wall. This is not happening. Now what do I do? I'm here for that. Because that's when we give up. And it's not that I know your child or any child. I know children. They all grow up the same way. They all mature kind of the same. They have their personalities that are different, and I follow that too. And I love personalities. I really do. The shy kid, I know what to do now. The kid that's active and just wants everything walking, let's do it walking. It's an array of things that you have to consider. That's where you need to use me in my consultation, because that's where I can speed it up for you. That's all. I want you to know that I'm not assuming anything. I don't assume. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know your child. I don't. And even if you came with a diagnosis, I still don't know your child. You have to bring that child to me. However, when I see a child, I see patterns. I see things that repeat. We discover who they are at the end, and we do what they need. And I assure you, I'm not here to judge anybody. I think we all have different styles. We all have different structures in our home. We all have different ways of doing things, and I respect that. I do. I just want you to know that there's other ways that we can be doing things. I'm waiting for you. I'm patient. That's something I do have, and I will have for the rest of my life, is patience. And I will wait for you.